All Daddy folks, it is Diecastbuffet here again. Welcome back to NASCAR Thunder 2004. It is time for the 08 Coca-Cola 600. Oh my goodness. So, the All-Star race goes to Kevin Harvick, his second win. Only, of course, his first 9 points win this season. Of course, go back to Texas Motor Speedway. He picked up a huge win out there. So, pretty stout at the 1.5 mile tracks. But moving forward, we got the Coca-Cola 600, the second crown jewel race of the season. After that, you go to Delaware for some concrete racing. Then you got Pocono with a tricky triangle. Quick update on the points, 263 points out. So Harvick wins the All-Star. So this paint scheme's a little bit, it's not the greatest paint scheme, right? This is going to be our Coca-Cola 600 car. I wanted to incorporate some gold trim, kind of with Aaron's blue. You know, I know it's not the matching blue on the hood, but if you've seen the Aaron's stuff, it's not a super bright blue. It's kind of a dark navy blue, right? You know, it's not super, super bright, so that's why I didn't match that. I think there might be a little bit of discoloration when they put the blue on the game, so I'm just going to go with that. I kind of like the dark blue, but I went with a white base coat car because, you know, the red, white, and blue, but I wanted to give it that kind of gold trim vibe to it. You know, it's not the best paint scheme ever, but it's going to be our Coke 600 car, and yeah, so we want to go win this Coke 600, guys. I want to go win it. Definitely. It's going to be fun. So let's see. Speedway, definitely got to run your best stuff. 81 power. I mean, hold up. Let's see. Okay, that's 81 power. Okay. Let's see. Overhauling. We're going to have to run the plate body again. Same car I ran at the All-Star race. 82 overall car, the number 82 Chevrolet. Let's go back to Charlotte. Wow! So they qualified on second place for the Coca-Cola 600. That's freaking awesome because that means we've got great track position. It's the longest race of the season, 40 laps here. Wow, got the Patriot car out and about. Let's go ahead to the down track side for the Coca-Cola 600.
Welcome everyone to Charlotte, North Carolina. It's time once again for the running of the Coca-Cola 600 here at Lowe's Motor Speedway. And EA Sports is here to bring you all the action. This should be a fantastic race as usual.
About 80% of the teams are based in this area, and these fans are serious about their racing. Add to that an amazing facility with great seats all around and 43 NASCAR Winston Cup cars. We're in for one awesome race. I guarantee that.
The 82 car extended his sponsorship contract this week.
They've built an incredible relationship with their sponsors so far. In fact, I expect that deal to continue for a long time to come.
Robbie Gordon will try to use this race to gain a couple spots in the points.
All of those guys are very happy with their top 10 season so far. Hopefully, they can mount a charge that will pick them up some more points on the leaders.
Ward Burton got a pole during his rookie season here at Lowe's Motor Speedway in 1994.
He got the pole but finished 41st. That pretty much summed up Ward's rookie season when he failed to finish 12 races.
Here we go, folks. Monte Carlo front row. Dale Jr., the Buffet Racing South, Garrett Hodge, Aaron's Chevrolet. So again, I don't think we're going to have Aaron's on the car much longer. You know, we've had a couple sponsors this year. We've had Georgia Power on board. We've had Outback on board. Now we got Aaron's on board. Still looking for that permanent sponsor to get through the rest of the 2008 season. The expectations are just ridiculous, you know. So unfortunately, it's kind of a revolving door of sponsors. But there's nothing you can do about it. So here we go. The 2008 Coca-Cola 600, not the sponsor I wanted, not the paint scheme I wanted, but had to make the most of what we could. Either way, there's a crown jewel event on the line. We want to win this. This is the Coca-Cola 600. So much history around NASCAR's endurance race. And again, you have a championship. You know, we're not racing in the All-Star anymore. The All-Star was a tune-up. But now the real show is. So, Charlotte Motor Speedway. This is a fun track for us. We run really good at the 1.5 miles. But the one common denominator this season, Chevrolet dominance. There's not been a single Ford win this entire season. And as we get through this final, not final, but it's the second to final race of the springtime because we have Dover next Sunday. The summer stretch begins. Wild card racing at the Glen, Sonoma, Daytona. There's going to be some interesting possible outcomes. So I think the Fords will heat up during the summer. So if you're the Chevrolet teams, you need to keep the momentum going. But if you're the Fords, you got to find a way to rebound to get yourself a championship eligible driver, candidate, so to speak, for your championship. And Mark Martin, in my opinion, is the perfect guy for that. He's been strong all year. He hasn't had the victory. We got Dale Jr., who's your points leader. We're 263 points out from the top spot after our tough look at Richmond. But you know what? It's been a very unprecedented year. A very, I would say, insane year. When you look through the winners, this has been this glass ceiling has broke for so many drivers. Kyle Petty finally getting back to victory lane with the Richard Petty Enterprise program. DEI getting all 3 cars in victory lane for the first time since 2001 with Jeff Green's win at Martinsville. Scott Wimmer, the replacement for Sterling Marlin in his second full-time Winston Cup Series season. He gets a huge win at Richmond. So many different storylines this season, and it's truly shaping the championship outcome. We're not seeing one clean-cut guy just dominate the entire season. Ryan Newman last year was the class of the field. I mean, he had a 5.0 average finish. We already know that's not going to happen with Dale Jr. this season, so I would say the championship is a lot more even this season compared to last year. And that's why every point, I think, is going to be a little bit even more critical for some of these drivers because, guess what? You have a shot at it. So even though we're only, we're 263 points out, we're 5th place in points, guys. So, I mean, we're one really bad day, unfortunate for Dale Jr., don't want to wish anything bad, but I mean, hey, you guys won DNF, we have a top 5, and guess what? We're within 1 race. And either way, we've won the Coke 600 before, right? We've won the Coke 600, and going back here, I want to win it, I want to find that new sponsor that's going to stick around with this team. If we could just get one sponsor that doesn't want us to win every doggone race, would be good. Because, I mean, their sponsor, I think Aaron's obligations, they want us to win every race. They have to finish in first. Granted, there's a huge bonus, but if you don't hit that, that obligation, guess what? It don't matter. They want us to win, and they also want us to, I think, finish ahead of Tony Stewart. So, I mean, yeah, Tony Stewart hasn't had the absolute dominance he had through 2002 to 2006 when he won 5 straight Winston Cup championships in this playthrough. Still, though, winning every race, I mean, that's just unheard of, guys. But I will say, though, we certainly have a rock star car right now. And going to the Coke 600, this is a huge deal for the team, We're leading laps. Dale Jr., Mark Martin has not led a lap yet, so if we can keep leading, we should lock up the maximum bonus points, and we kind of control our own destiny of who will lead during the pit sequence. So if we pit very late, we can kind of hold some guys at bay, so to speak. I feel confident in the car that we could pit a little bit later than the rest, and try to out-pit Dale Jr. or Mark Martin to keep them from getting any points. If that situation arises. Again, we could see a caution happen. We've had that happen before where the caution brews, traps us a lap down. There's nothing we could do. So you're kind of you're kind of playing the cards you're dealt sometimes when you go to these races. But you know what? This is a huge race for this team, and we gotta do what we gotta do. Take care of your equipment. Just go out here, try to have a good run, and hopefully we can run the same car at Dover next Sunday. But, we got to get through Charlotte first. Tires are starting to wear here. 11 laps in tonight. This is the Crown Jewel event. We've won multiple Southern 500s. We won the 2006 Daytona 500. I think it was the 05 Coke 600. We have yet to win the Brickyard. So, if we could win the Brickyard and find a way one of these seasons to win a championship, we have won everything NASCAR has to offer. And that is the goal. But right now, it's a Coke 600. You know, a lot of people, they look at this race and it's like, okay, it's just a 600-mile event. No, think about the history and tradition of this race. You know, being held on the same day as the Indianapolis 500, the drivers who do the double. Think about back in the 70s and the 60s when they would have just a gargantuan amount of cars compete in this race. And back in the day, those cars weren't built for endurance. And just throughout the decades, you know, the storylines of the 600, making your car last to the end, it is really cool. So definitely a very prestigious race in my opinion, and it's a crown jewel. It's a true crown jewel. Not to mention it being Memorial Day weekends, so you get all these patriotic, you know, vibes, and it's just a really cool experience, and it's important for NASCAR in my opinion. So, anyways, lap 14 out of 40 here. It's been sheer domination for Buffet Racing South. Keep in mind, we won Atlanta early this season. That was a big win at the NBA Bass Pro Shops 500. But now, at the Coke 600, we're going to think about pit strategy. Of course, halfway, it's going to be lap 20. We just hit the halfway point on our ticker. Looks like we can go about 12, maybe 13 laps, so let's just call it even 24 laps each tank of petrol. So, essentially, you could pit with 14 to go, and you are good to go, absolutely. So, that tells me we could probably stretch this tank of gas to lap 23, 24. I think that's way too long. I think you're going to give up too much track position. But here's an interesting thing. If we can keep someone like Dale Jr. or Mark Martin out of the first place spot leading a lap, that's 5 less bonus points to them. So you have to think about that, you know, considering they're third and second. I'd rather see Ryan Newman lead a lap, considering he hasn't had that great of a season, compared to, you know, Dale Jr. or Mark Martin. So we'll have to see how that one plays out. I'd like to pit very late here. I mean, our car is really good right now. In fact, let's start looking at the interval here. Let's see how many tenths of a second we're faster. Let's see, what's the difference, the gap? 3 seconds ahead of Mark Martin in second place. So let's see how that goes after one lap. Now, it's funny about Charlotte, and I say this just about every time we go here, the AI's tires wear so much faster, or they're just worse on old tires than us. So if you can take the first 5 laps of a Charlotte run, it's kind of an even match. Maybe they're a little bit better, maybe you're a little bit better, but you go for the final 10 laps of a run, oh god, you're so much faster. Look at that. Case in point. 0.5 of a second we gained in that one lap right there. The AI performed significantly slower on old tires here at Charlotte compared to you do, so I think you gotta cater all your pit strategy to a late run car. You need to be fast in the late run. You need to be there at the late run. Don't worry so much about the early run. Just be there when it counts. When is the pay window open? Late run of the race. They're pitting now. So lap 19, Cats are already going down pit road here. Again, the calculations say 23, 24 laps to tank of petrol. So we can pit roughly 3 or 4 laps left. And let's just say we pit very late. Let's say we're the last car at pits. We give up a second and a half. Guess what? We got a very fast race car, and we got about 3.5 seconds to throw. So if that 3.5 seconds turns into 1.5 seconds, and we're not, we're making sure that no one else that's a championship contender leads a lap, guess what? That's smart. That's smart Winston Cup racing. Everyone's on pit road right now. I'd rather pit late, so I'm going to try to wait till every other Joe Schmo gets down pit road and does their thing. Lap 20 out of 40 here. Just take care of the car. Don't do anything stupid with it. Just take care of the car here. What's the difference? Okay. So Dale Jr. gets around Mark Martin. It's a 4.4 back to them. Again, they have not pitted yet, so I'm not pitting until they do. Or we're about to run out of gas. One of those. And there we go. It's official. We have locked in the most laps led tonight. So that's another 5 bonus points for the Buffet Racing South Brigade. And let's see how these cats fare with their fuel mileage and when they're going to need to pit. And they're still out in the track, guys. So, again, we can stay out until it says fuel tank almost empty. That is your That's essentially your reserve switch, saying you have 1 lap left of gas. That's your 1 lap to go gas mileage indicator. He should be faster than me. We shouldn't have to worry about him. Let's stay out again. I think we'll have to pit this time, though. It'll be right on cue. Lap 23, 24. Our calculations would be correct here. Again, when it says 1, yeah, right there. That's official. We have no more laps left of gas. We have to pit this lap. So, if Dale Jr. stays out, Martin stays out, that means they have better fuel mileage than us. There's absolutely nothing you can do about it. Either way, at least we locked in the most laps led. That guarantees that. But we have to pit here. We will run out of gas if we stay out. So, we did everything we could. Looking at our tire module there, I'd say we absolutely used every bit of those Goodyears and keep the car the same. It's absolutely perfect. The tank's going to be bone dry, but it's okay. Car's doing pretty good, guys. Out of coffee, but that's okay. So, I'm not sure, but I think it said 26 seconds over Dale Jr. and Martin. So that tells me perhaps they pitted. So I'm hoping that somehow, some way we can keep this lead and we'll keep them out of leading a lap. And if not, we did absolutely everything we could. Bozo McGee, come on, man. 19.7 second pit stop there. We're going to have to really evaluate our pit crew, guys. Okay, your race leader is Jimmy Johnson. There's Dale Jr. Johnson's probably about to pit, so Dale Jr. will lead a lap here if he does. Now, who's to say Jimmy Johnson didn't pit early and gain some track position? So, let's see how that one plays out. All right, here we go. The battle for the Coke 600 is going to come down to a 15-lap sprint. Who is going to win this race? Johnson stays out. So again, Dale Jr. has not led a lap, I don't think. But it's going to be up to us to pass all these cars and win the Coca-Cola 600. Again, this was a strategy call for us to stay out as long as we can to eliminate everyone else from leading a lap during the pit sequence. If Johnson hasn't pitted yet, there's nothing we can do. Johnson appears to be a cat who pitted early, but we're clearly faster than Earnhardt and Martin. Throw Tony Stewart and Ryan Newman in the mix. The good thing is our car gets faster as the run goes on because their tires get slower. So even though we're not record-setting pace right now, we're only going to get faster and they're only going to get slower as the run goes on. And another thing that adds to it, they have significantly older tires than us because we pitted at the absolute last moment. First time this car is really seeing some traffic here. Let's see how this car runs. It's the same one we ran in the All-Star, but you never know. Every Sunday is a different Sunday, and every Saturday is a different Saturday. There we go, up to 6th place here. Now, I'm hoping Johnson will stay out front before Earnhardt catches him, but I see Earnhardt really turning it up here. I'm going to try to get up there, but I'm not going to tear up the car doing so. At least we did what we needed to do. You know, we led the most laps. That's important. Underneath Tony Stewart here, the 5-time Winston Cup champion. Underneath him and around him. Not clear yet from the outside. The Home Depot Chevrolet. Almost clear. Clear, all clear. Now we're rounding down Kevin Harvick. Last Saturday night's All-Star winner. We finished second to him. Made contact coming off turn 4. Kind of fishtailed a little bit and lost it. You know, one of those deals where you did everything you could and it still wasn't enough. It is what it is. 2.9 seconds back to Jimmy Johnson. His tires are fading. Will Earnhardt catch him in time? Just over 10 laps to go here. Earnhardt's ready to pounce. He's within drafting distance here. Can we get around Martin and Kevin Harvick in time? Trying to pass Kevin Harvick, something we couldn't do on Saturday night. Way down to the bottom. Harvick opens up a little bit of a sliver of a door. Come on, come on. There we go, there we go, there we go. Gotta get that draft and toe off Martin. Ooh, Nelly got really loose there. Thank you, Harvick. You kind of give us a little bit of room there, bud. Thank you. We're around Kevin Harvick. Dale Earnhardt Jr. goes around Jimmy Johnson. Johnson tried the strategy, possibly trying to catch a caution or something. His tires are shot, so he's going to be playing defense. Earnhardt full offense now. Earnhardt does lead a lap there, so unfortunately he will get 5 bonus points. Again, nothing we could do. If the pit stop wasn't as bad, we would have been up there. That's just being honest. But again, the driver has to do better no matter what. Mark Martin continues to block us. Look, buddy, I respect the crap out of you, but I'm not about to sit here and finish 4th because you want to block. Underneath, Mark Martin. To the inside here, very tight racing. Slow down, adjust your angle. There we go. Wash up a little bit, wash up, watch out. Car gonna get a little loose. There we go. Thank you, Jesus. Okay. Keep digging, guys. Okay, we're finally up to 3rd. Dale Jr.'s encountering lap traffic. Jimmy Johnson running the beautiful Looney Tunes Chevrolet. This is the battle for the Coca-Cola 600. Johnson runs in 2nd place. Johnson's going to try to block. He knows he doesn't have the car to win it now. He needs track position. He needs a caution, something. Throttle it down the back straightaway. All the way down to the bottom. Is it worth it? Just don't think we have the angle this turn. I know we have the race car to do it. Tires are getting worn, but I know we have a race car that's capable of doing this. 2.1 seconds back to Dale Earnhardt Jr. If we can get around Johnson here, that'd be great. We do get around Johnson. Now we got to get around a pair of Pontiacs. Jack Sprague. And the 0 appears to be, what is that, Johnny Benson there? No, excuse me, not. It's Outback Chevrolet. Thought it was Benson and his Pontiac. No, it's not. So if we can get around this guy, we'll be good to go. Excuse me, buddy. Got to get around you. Thank you. All right, 5 to go. Earnhardt versus Hodge. Got to run down that 8 car. Can we do it? Push the car to its limit, guys. This is for a Crown Jewel Winston Cup win. I'm going to push this car as much as I can. Does Earnhardt have enough tires here? Did he make a post-pit stop adjustment? That's going to really help his car get through the final laps here. Pushing the car to its limit. Too wide in front of him. That's going to help him. Or help us, rather. It's going to hurt him. I'm pushing the car to the limit, guys. We saved our stuff. Dang it, man. Those lap down cars are not going to be easy to pass. Just a handful of laps left to go here at Charlotte. 1.5 back to Earnhardt. Man, I am just cooking 1 and 2, man. Cooking 1 and 2. The pressure builds. Trying to run down the 8 car. Too wide ahead of us. Lap down traffic. Gonna have to get something very crazy here. Oh, thank you, Jesus. They let me go. Thank you, Biffle. Thank you, Fittlepotty. Fittlepotty has always raced me clean, and I appreciate that. They didn't have to do that, but they did. Come on now. We got clean traffic back to Earnhardt. Trying everything I can, guys. 2 to go at the stripe. Come on, come on, come on. Trying absolutely everything I can. 3 more corners to go. Or full corners, that is. If he gets around lap traffic, it's over. Coming to the white flag. DEI, Earnhardt Jr., Buffet Racing South, going for the win here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. He qualified on pole, I qualified second. Come on, man. 1 final corner, down the back straightaway. Will the lap down traffic get in the way? Stand on it, Dale Earnhardt Jr. is going to complete it. He will win the 2008 Coca-Cola 600. Dang it, man. Whew. Did everything I could. Look, man, if we didn't have that horrible pit stop, we probably would have won this, guys. I don't want to place blame on anything. I could have drove a little bit better through lap traffic, man, but you just can't give up 2 extra seconds on pit road like that, man. If we would have pitted a little bit earlier, perhaps we could have won it, though. So that's another thing I had to put on myself. We did pit a little bit late. It's okay, though. It happens. You have to make a gamble sometimes, and hey, second place at a 600, still pretty good. Wow. So close, guys, so close. But look at the sponsor income. Holy sheesh, man, that'll pay for the Outback. So we start second. Junior finishes first after starting first. Martin, who started third, finishes third. So we led the most laps. Truth be told, well, we got 180. He got 180. So we matched on points. I did absolutely everything I could at the end of that race. You know, again, if we would have pitted a little bit earlier, we probably would have won the race. If we didn't have the pit stop issues, we would have probably won the race. So, say what you want to say. It is what it is. There's nothing you can do about it. But, man, yeah, that's tough. That's tough. It is what it is, guys. You can't do nothing about it. We did lose the Coke 600. It's okay, though, so Earnhardt wins it. Here's a scroll through the field here. Your bottom of the barrel is going to be... Wow! Jeff Gordon, only 15 laps in tonight. He is out. A huge hit in the points there, considering the points leader and top 5 in points, first and second. Wow. I'm just kind of beside myself, guys. I mean, we did everything we could. Yes, we could have pitted a little bit early. Perhaps we would have been better, but you know what? We came 1 lap away from winning the 600 because I was right there behind Earnhardt. I would have been in his draft. I had a legitimate shot to get around him. And just like the All-Star race, too little too late. But it's okay, though. We gained some great points on the rest of the cats, like Martin and especially Jeff Gordon. Anyways, folks, thank y'all so much for watching the race, watching the video, watching all the gameplay. I appreciate it, guys. Make sure to hit the thumbs up button, like, comment, and subscribe. Tell me what y'all think about today's episode of Some Thunder 2004. Career mode, of course, plan on doing about 18 seasons of this stuff. Hope you're having a great one out there. Like, comment, and subscribe, and of course, upload these every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday. So 4 times a week, you can tune in for some Thunder action right here on Diecastbuffet. Great opportunity to hit that notification bell if you don't mind, and really do appreciate all the love and support, guys. I do all this for y'all. This is a series we started doing in December 2018, I believe. So we're still going strong. And we're still digging. We're trying to do a full career mode playthrough. Something that no other YouTuber has ever done on this game. Do a full season, or not, a full career. We're planning on doing like 18 or 19 seasons. It could go to season 20, but it could be a little bit shorter depending where we are in our career mode. If we're struggling the last few years, we'll probably retire a little early. Anyways, thank y'all so much for watching. Have a blessed day, everybody. Diecastbuffet, a bridesmaid at the Coke 600. Have a great one, guys.